This is one of my faves of the year for sure. The creators of Shiva Baby are back with a very different kind of high school comedy, getting tucked away in late August for reasons unknown to me, except maybe it's back to school. I don't know. Bottoms.
Yeah, this is kind of boggling to me. When I watched it, I thought, I wish it had come out earlier in the summer because it has Summer Sleeper written all over it.
For sure.
Does it not? You guys subscribe to us here at Breakfast All Day because we will always do the cool indie. We are heading into big, important fall festival awards contender season. But when a cool little movie like Bottoms comes out, we've got to talk to you about it. So we'd love it if you would join us.
So we teach a bunch of girls how to defend themselves. They are grateful to us. Adrenaline is flowing. Next thing you know, Isabel and Brittany are kissing us on the mouth.
Yes, this is about these two high school seniors who are totally unpopular, and they happen to be lesbians, and they form this after-school fight club to hit on the cheerleaders they have massive crushes on. Now, they depict it as a female empowerment club, right? They say this is all about feeling safe and female solidarity, and we got to look out for each other. But it's actually about, sisterhood, but it's actually all about like getting all hot and sweaty with the girls that they find are attractive. So this is Rachel Sennott plays PJ, Ayo Edebiri plays Josie, and they're best friends, and they have this fantastic chemistry. And the two of them and Emma Seligman all went to NYU together at the same time. And this is sort of like the seeds of this collaboration. And it feels so authentic and so natural. There's a big story in Vulture about like their friendship and their collaboration and them pushing each other and how fertile that has been. And what I love about this is that it is totally on its own wavelength.
Yes.
This movie is insane. It's intense and absurd, but also like deadpan in a surreal kind of way. It exists within what seems like a recognizable high school setting, but is totally heightened in bizarro ways.
Yes.
In ways that remind me of Heathers. Like you see pieces of other movies here. Heathers, Superbad, Booksmart, in that they are misfits trying to like have it all their senior year.
Daria with the football players wearing their pads all the time.
Right. The football players wear their uniform to class like all day, every day. They wear it in the hallways. Having said that, although there are pieces that this is totally its own thing. Yeah. It is so creative. Rachel Sennott and Ayo Edebiri have incredible chemistry because Rachel Sennott's doing this like really aggressively, almost conceited in like a defense mechanism kind of way, swaggering thing. And Ayo Edebiri is like deadpan, like swatting it away. Like, yeah, that's not a good idea. And every time it's so funny the way they play off each other. You can feel like the joy of that improvisational chemistry. And then Kaia Gerber is in this, Cindy Crawford's daughter, who looks exactly like her as one of the hot cheerleaders. And this is her first role. I thought she was surprisingly good.
Yeah, I think she might have been in one of the American Horror Stories. But
I don't think she had a speaking part. This is like her first actual part.
Okay.
And then
she's very funny.
Yeah. I mean, I think like she's playing with the image of somebody who is that stunningly beautiful.
Sure.
And then Nicholas Galitzine, who was the prince in Red, White, and Royal Blue, is doing something totally different here than he did there. Incredible range there, just so goofy and just going for it. So I laughed my ass off the whole way through. It's short. It's like just the right amount of running time.
Yeah.
It is inspired and it kept surprising me. Like you think you know where it's going to go and it keeps changing. I dug it.
Yeah, Marshawn Lynch is really funny in this, who I was not super familiar with, to be honest. And also Miles Fowler, who you will know from Winning Time.
Right, he's Kareem?
Yes. No. Mm-hmm. He plays Tim. Kareem on Winning Time, yes. Yeah, he plays another football player who's sort of like always kind of lurking and skulking in a very funny way. You mentioned Heathers, and what I think this movie has in common with it beyond the sort of like anarchic high school setting is the commitment to the bit. I think so often we see these comedies that start off from places really kind of like bold and outrageous, but by the end of it, they kind of tamp things down and it's all safe and nicey nice. This movie is fucking hell-bent for leather from frame one to the closing credits. It never stops. It never softens itself or sentimentalizes anything. It just gets nuttier in a way that I was constantly entertained by and thrilled by, because it becomes this high wire act. You're like, can they maintain this all the way to the end? And they do. I think this is a great comedy, and I think that it's one of those movies. I hope I'm wrong about this. I think it's going to be too weird to become a hit right now, but it's going to be a massive cult film for the rest of our lives.
So I'll tell you what, I would like that too, and I hope that does happen. I was shocked at a couple things. I went and saw this at the Grove last night, couldn't make the screening, paid for a ticket. And as I was trying to figure out which showing to go to, they were all packed.
Wow.
I mean, there were some that were like almost sold out except for a few seats in the very front. I went to a 7:00 showing and it was totally jammed and there was incredible energy. It played like gangbusters. And then walking out, everyone was talking about like their favorite lines and how much they loved it. Like this really great energy, like cascading out of this auditorium. And I can only imagine that's what's going to happen everywhere that it plays. So I hope it's actually not going to have to wait too long to be a big hit, and it will do it now.
I would be thrilled to be wrong about that. Yeah, it has the same kind of loony intensity as like Barb and Star Go to Vista Del Mar, which again, a movie that I still really want to see in an audience with people, because I think it would be an amazing experience. I only ever got to watch it at home, but I am going to try and buy a ticket to Bottoms at some point during its run to have that kind of experience. Because yeah, I do think, I mean, I was just watching it on a link at home with like Dave and a friend of ours, and we were howling through the whole thing. So yeah, I'm sure with an audience this plays amazingly, but this is so smart and so funny and so outrageous in the best way. And, you know, like I enjoyed Shiva Baby, but this is just taking things to a whole next level. And it's worth noting, by the way, that Rachel Sennott co-wrote the film with Emma Seligman. It's their screenplay. But yeah, I love this movie. I can't recommend it highly enough.
I want to comment on the costume design.
Okay.
Because not only is it like the perfect little tight hot girl things that the cheerleaders wear, but like the baggy, totally unflattering stuff.
Rugby shirts.
Right. The rugby shirts that both of them wear, like things layered on top of each other that don't belong together at all, is so intentional and says so much about these women and how they struggle to fit in or not, or just to be happy. Part of what I think is so great about this is that they don't actually want to fit in, right? There's so much about high school movies where like they want the popular girls to like them and they're willing to change who they are for that to happen. This is actually like reverse engineers that, and they try to make the popular girls like them.
Come to them, yeah.
Right? And so they create this thing after school. And this movie literally does not pull its punches. No. Like, it is intense. It is bloody. I appreciate so much that even though it knows it's a fight club, it never says the line. I love that. I appreciate the restraint of that.
Kudos to the stunt team for sure, because like there's a lot of really very realistic seeming stage punching going on here.
Yeah, for sure. And then I want to say also I liked Ruby Cruz as their kind of third wheel who like takes notes and helps facilitate things. She looks just like Katie Walsh. My friend Katie Walsh, who visits all the time, and Havana Rose Liu as the cheerleader that Ayo Edebiri's character Josie has a crush on. Yeah, like they're all more interesting than you expect they're going to be for high school types, which is tough to pull off, I think, when so much of this genre is so familiar to us. So
yeah, this is a movie that's clearly made by people who know high school movies backward and forward and are deliberately playing with what we're expecting at every turn, which I love.
Yeah, for sure. Zany, but like specific. So anyway, what's your number?
9.3. This is one of my faves of the year for sure.
Great. I'll say 9. This is so much fun. Yes, go see Bottoms. This Sunday is National Cinema Day. Maybe this is a great day for you to go and support a cool little indie like Bottoms. Go check it out.
Yeah.